Grass is all covered in frost. Winter's definitely here. And you know what that means? Look at it all. That means we're just gonna hide in the shop and fix the equipment. I was just kidding, I don't have a shop. Maybe someday. Not Sunday, someday. That would be nice. Anyways, this is what I'm working on today. It's really early. I think it's like 6 in the morning. I'm not working on it as we speak. I don't want to make a bunch of noise and piss everyone off, but this pin wasn't taking grease. This thumb that I like, it was like a amulet thumb, which was just this piece here that came along. I actually cut it, put a curve to it, and made all of this. That's leaf springs from 379 Peterbilt. That's the air leaf springs, repurposed. That's just some rod. I welded this last night. Because it was, that one cracked. I must have grabbed something. A lot of times things get caught between these tines here. That's why I put these rods between them. Originally they were wide open, but I noticed that they were doing a lot of this. So, and there's still, I don't know if I can lift it. There's still a good amount of tines hanging down. So, this thumb actually works really good. However, it has a lot of hours on it, and it's worn out. It was worn out when I bought the machine. When I bought the machine, it had like almost 4,000 hours on it. So I had put these squares here when I changed the shape of the thumb. Unfortunately, that did not allow me to hammer out that pin. So last night I had to put a little notch right there. I guess when I was making this thing, well, when I was recreating this thumb, I didn't put any thought to that. Here is the pin. That is not the hole. That's where I thought the hole was. I heated this pin up, and I was looking for a light bluing color, because usually that's the thin metal. And I actually found it, but then it got dark out because I don't have any lights. But when I was heating it, it started shooting a flame right out of there. Like right next to where I drilled. See that crack? Right there. It started shooting a flame out of there. And then I was pumping grease in it here, and it was like a candle. So I was like, okay, that must be the hole. And it still won't take grease, even though it will light the grease on fire and literally has a little flame that shoots out like that, like a candle. It still will not pump. The grease gun just stops. So yeah, and then I thought I was on the crack, but it just got dark and cold real quick, so I quit. Well, there it is. You guys see that? There she be. God, that smells. It stinks like burnt grease. What I discovered was the eyelet is really worn. Okay, so what I gotta try to do, and I don't know how I'm gonna do it, being that it's so freezing cold out and I don't have a line boring machine. I gotta close that hole back up. So I'm thinking of welding it shut and re-drilling it. Because this fits pretty tight in there, you know. So I don't really want to. I thought about oversizing it, but I think that we need to weld that shut. All right, let me break out the welder. This may be a stupid mistake, but we'll see. I didn't want to break out the welder, so I went to the hardware store, because one time before, where was it? I ended up making something out of brass bushings and spacers. You know, brass sleeves. The only problem that I have is the diameter doesn't fit. So they have these. Because I'll be honest with you, I don't think I can, without a line bore, I don't think I can get that hole straight again. So I was thinking about putting just spacers in it, but the biggest size they have is right there. It doesn't fit. All right, I just left Tractor Supply and I got this top link bushing, so 1.25 inches. So as you can see, slides over there perfect. Yeah, so Tractor Supply. All right, I tried drilling that out, but it doesn't quite fit perfect. Because it just doesn't. See, it's like a hair too small. I mean, too big. And I tried getting the drill in there to like ream it out, but I would have to torch this too because the drill doesn't fit from this side. So I think I'm just gonna blow a hole through it with the torch and then just get this in there and then weld it in. This is turning into a total shit show. Okay, so I've decided to take the torch to this, hack it all up, make a complete and total mess, and regret it later. That was a pretty bad idea. Yeah. Alright, the problem I'm having now is there's a slight little burr there, so this pin doesn't go through, it gets caught up. So I need to do something about that before we put it in there. You can see it very well. See the line? This is flat and wide, so where I go over it, it's hitting the high spot. There's a line right there. And when I get it down, you can see, because then it goes longer side to side. All right, so I got the burr off. So you see, The pin fits in there nice now. Not 100%, but you know, what are you gonna do without the tools to do it? I don't have the proper tools to do this project, so just got a backyard redneck engineer it. Nothing against the rednecks, those are my people. Being from Massachusetts, Cape Cod, the redneck version of is Swamp Yankee, so I'm a Swamp Yankee. I'm gonna tack it with the pin in it so I can hold it straight, and then I'm gonna flush this side like that, and then I'm gonna cut off this because we gotta go through there, so it's gotta be this wide. Can't be that much, but I gotta get it straight with the plate first, which that looks pretty dang good for a Swamp Yankee. Yeah, let's give it hell, or let's give it something. So what I'm gonna do here is, I can't fit the square in there, so I wonder if the magnet will fit in there. I think right about there looks good. Alright, I gotta take the pin out now that it's tacked, because I don't wanna hit the pin, you know what I mean? When I'm welding it, you hit the pin and then you tend to, you never get the pin out. Oh, that's a problem. Okay, I just turned the wire down a little and I turned the heat up some, so I'm hoping to kind of get this burned in hot. So this side here is gonna be a little tricky because I gotta try and fill inside there. So I'm gonna run the wire long in there and build out. I'm pretty confident that I can fill that no problem. It is getting cold out. God, I wish I really had a shop. Power through, Steve, power through. Okay. Hopefully the pin still fits. Oh yeah. Let me grind that down a little bit and then we're gonna see if the collar fits over it or if I gotta grind more. I'd rather like not grind as much. Okay, so what I might do is I might turn the wire real low and put a melt in there, those little pinholes, just because I don't like the way they look and because they should be filled. All right, that's how it came out. And I touched this up with the grinder because I'm not gonna put that back. You know, I'm not gonna build this back up in case we ever need to take that pin out again. You know what I mean? There's plenty of meat, so I'll just touch it up with the paint. But now we got to do the cylinder and make sure the pin and everything works. I may put some shims in here later on either side of this. Hey, fire up.
Gotcha.
It is freezing out. You might have to turn the key backwards until the little green light goes out.
Yeah.
I just connected the batteries back up, so we should be ready to go.
Alright, sounds good.
Yep. Real slow. Up a little. Whoa, don't move. That's like almost, that looks perfect. Ah, you moved. Up. Whoa. Down a hair. That clip there, there. That clip goes there. That goes in the trash. Up. Up. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, go. Keep going. All right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's nice and tight now. Except for that pin that's next. But that wasn't the problem. The problem was this right here wasn't taking grease. That's gonna have to wait till I buy a line boring machine, because I ain't doing that again. All right, I guess we'll see if this takes grease now. Oh yeah, she's tight. Look at that. Unfortunately, until I purchase a line boring machine, this back pin's still gonna be sloppy. I'm just kind of waiting till I build a shop, because and that is in the works. I have had all the surveying done for it and everything, but it just takes time and money. And I'm waiting. Once I get that done, I want to load the shop full of all lathes, like Bridgeport mills, line boring equipment, heat. That's a big one. You know, when you're out here welding and you put heat to something that's cold, you get a lot of warping, and you know, it's not good to weld outside in the cold unless you absolutely have to. Like, if you don't have to, like, don't do it. I'm happy with the fact that that's taking grease now. That's a Swamp Yankee fix right there. All right, boys and girls, I shall catch you on the next one. I have no idea what it'll be, but I'm sure it'll be fun. Catch you on the next one.